As most of you know, each year we honor individuals and organizations whose outstanding work has contributed in a meaningful way to reforming America's civil justice system, as well as the civil justice systems in other countries around the world. And with the global perspective that we're taking this year at the summit, it seems fitting that our first award today goes to an organization from across the Atlantic. The French Business Advocacy Association, Mouvement des Entreprises de France, known as MEDEF, has needed to be vigilant. They have worked tirelessly for many years to improve the business and legal climate in both France and the EU. In particular, MEDEF's engagement with the European Union institutions regarding collective or class actions, as we know them, has caught the attention and respect of the now global legal reform community. Joël Simon, a legal director of MEDEF, is the tour de force that drives their success and stellar reputation. Not only is she a brilliant advocate and legal mind, she is a good friend of mine and to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to welcome Joël to the stage to accept ILR's Outstanding Alliance Award for MEDEF's work protecting the businesses and people of France from the economic damage that comes from an overly litigious environment. Congratulations, Joël, on your achievement. It's my distinct pleasure to present this year's State Legislative Achievement Award to legislators who truly made history this year. West Virginia Senate President William P. Cole II and Speaker of the House of Delegates Tim Armstead were the architects of legal reform in a state that many of us consider to be a lost cause. The landmark legislation that was passed earlier this year and signed into law, thanks to the work of these leaders, included a comparative fault bill, reform of runaway punitive damages, and asbestos bankruptcy trust transparency that will weed out much of the fraud in asbestos litigation in that state. Every bill was passed with bipartisan support, which means that the leaders here in Washington might have something to learn from the leaders in West Virginia. We're optimistic that the historic reforms of 2015 are just the start for West Virginia. Please join me in congratulating West Virginia Senate President Bill Cole and West Virginia Speaker of the House, Tim Armstead. Good research and critical thinking create the essential foundation of all good public policy. And that's why each year we like to recognize outstanding achievement in this particular area. John Bellinger and Reeves Anderson of Arnold and Porter have made exceptional contributions to the intellectual foundation of legal reforms. Their thoughtful analysis and research, particularly on extraterritorial litigation in U.S. courts and recognition and enforcement of foreign judgments, has been groundbreaking. They are able to take very complex issues and talk about them clearly, concisely, and simply. So please join me in thanking John and Reeves for their work. Last award of the day, but certainly not the least. Our next award recipient played a superhero role this year, literally. Mark Behrens has been a truly exceptional legal reform advocate for so many years, but this year stands out as perhaps his best ever. Mark has been our go-to authority on all things asbestos. Many advocates, particularly many of you in this room, can be described as tireless, but this man literally wrote asbestos reform legislation from a hospital bed in West Virginia as he battled food poisoning. I'm not going to guess who poisoned him or where he got poisoned. His writing on legal reform issues has made an immediate and ongoing positive impact on the development of law and public policy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating legal reform hero Mark Behrens as we present him with the ILR Individual Achievement Award.